this fight scene, we see a lot of emotions, a lot of what the characters are going through. So I think this is a good enough reason for us to take this up a notch and analyze this fight and see what's really going on. Anakin is all, "You're gonna pay for the Jedi that you killed today, Dooku." And Obi-Wan is just like, "Oh, we'll take him slowly on the left." Pretty sure Dooku would hear it, but anyways, it didn't matter because Anakin just charges to Dooku, and Dooku is so calm, he's just like, "Oh, okay." With so effortless ease. And you can see the face on Obi-Wan that he's pretty shocked. But he's trying to keep his calm and turning the saber towards Dooku in defense mode. And Dooku is just like, okay, back down, sir. You see, my Jedi powers are far beyond yours. But Obi-Wan, he's gonna stay his ground because he doesn't think so. And as you can see, Obi-Wan charges to Dooku, and Dooku starts in a defense mode, but just after 2 or 3 blows, it turns into a defense for Obi-Wan, and he backs away very fast because he's overwhelmed. And then, of course, with so much effortless ease, Dooku takes him down. Obi-Wan always seemed to have a hard time defeating Dooku. His Soresu style of fighting is just not getting through to Dooku, because Dooku, he really has a counter for that. And also the fact of the matter is that he trained Qui-Gon, who then trained Obi-Wan, and is gonna have to kill him. That's how it is, yeah. And then just right before the fatal blow, young Anakin swings in, full of rage and power. And Dooku is like, haven't you learned your lesson, boy? But then Anakin just rages on. You can see that Dooku is really shocked. You can see there's a raw power in this young man. And then Obi-Wan, he throws his saber to Anakin, pretending he's still in the fight. Well, it's a little overwhelming for Dooku to take on 2 sabers at once. But the fact of the matter is, fighting Anakin seems to be a little overwhelming for him overall. He's much more focused in this fight. He underestimated his opponent, and he is really struggling a little bit. Anakin's blend of Gemsu and Ataru somehow makes him more comfortable defending and offensing Dooku. Now, Dooku wins the fight by cutting off Anakin's arm, but this has always bothered me, the execution of this. I mean, they have been really going at it, but then he cuts off his arm, and he does it in a very slow fashion that I just feel like Anakin should have been able to counter. It's just weird with all this aggression and focus that he just all of a sudden freezes up. This just needs to be speeded up a little bit. Dooku, he, however, finished these guys off pretty fast. The fight between him and Obi-Wan is about 10 seconds shorter or so, but it's much slower and much more talky. George Lucas, he wanted it to be like level 1 fight with Obi-Wan, level 2 fight with Anakin, and then level 3 fight with Yoda. There's not much to say about the fight between Yoda and Dooku. Dooku just starts off being this cocky guy, and very shortly into the fight, he's just overwhelmed and flees. Anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say about this fight. So long for now.